Before humans built kingdoms, before roads cut through the wilderness, before the world was shaped by civilization, Earth belonged to the wild. A million years ago, nature was not peaceful. It was brutal, shifting, and unforgiving. Every sunrise meant another test of survival. Every shadow could hide hunger, fear, or death. Across endless plains, frozen winds swept over open grasslands. Forests stood dark and ancient. Rivers changed course. Seasons were harsher. The land itself could turn against the creatures living on it. In this restless world, only a few animals truly thrived. Among them was one predator whose power did not come from speed alone or strength alone, but from unity, the lion. But these were not lions living in the comfort of a stable world. These were hunters born into a planet of constant change. Ice advanced, grasslands expanded, prey migrated, survival demanded more than instinct, it demanded adaptation. While many predators hunted alone, lions chose a different path. They lived as a family, a pride. And in a world where one mistake could mean starvation, that choice made all the difference. Together, they watched. Together, they defended. Together, they hunted. Their strength was multiplied by trust, timing, and cooperation. What one lion could not do alone, the pride could do together. And around them moved giants. Great herds of prehistoric herbivores crossed the land in search of water and grass. Among them were enormous beasts built for endurance and defense. Animals so large they seemed untouchable. The woolly mammoth was one of these giants. Towering, fur-covered, armed with curved tusks, it was a moving fortress. Adults were almost impossible to challenge directly. But predators do not hunt fantasy. They hunt opportunity. A young mammoth separated from the herd, an injured grazer slowed by exhaustion, an old animal falling behind. In the prehistoric world, weakness was never hidden for long. Somewhere nearby, patient eyes were always watching. Lions were not reckless killers. They were careful strategists. Before a hunt began, they studied movement, distance, wind, and escape paths. They waited for disorder. They waited for the perfect moment. Then the silence would break. Muscles exploded into motion. Bodies surged through the grass. The pride attacked not as individuals, but as one living force, each lion playing a role in the chase. Some moved to cut off escape. Others drove the prey toward danger. The strongest closed in when the victim slowed. Every hunt was a risk. A failed chase wasted precious energy. An injury could be fatal. That is why teamwork mattered so much. In a world without certainty, cooperation created power. It fed cubs, it protected territory. It allowed lions to challenge prey far larger than themselves. But lions were never the only danger on the landscape. This ancient world was crowded with rivals. Other predators stalked the same plains, watched the same herds, and fought for the same right to survive. Among them were the terrifying saber-toothed cats, built with massive forelimbs and deadly fangs. These hunters were powerful in their own way, and competition between predators was constant. Territory meant life. Food meant life. Dominance meant life. Every creature was locked inside the same unforgiving system. Plants captured energy from the sun. Herbivores fed on the land. Predators struck the herds. Scavengers cleaned what remained. Nothing was wasted. Nothing stood alone. And above all of this hung the pressure of climate. Cold periods changed migration routes. Dry seasons reduced water. Sudden environmental shifts could destroy hunting grounds and force animals into unfamiliar territory. To survive, lions had to be flexible. They changed prey. They changed routes. They changed where they hunted and how far they traveled. Their success came not just from power, but from the ability to adjust when the world changed around them. That is one of evolution's greatest lessons. Survival does not always belong to the biggest or the fastest. It belongs to the species that can respond, endure, and adapt. And lions mastered that lesson again and again. Over countless generations, they refined the traits that made them extraordinary: sharp coordination, social bonds, explosive strength, and the instinct to work together under pressure. Nature shaped them into one of its greatest predators. Meanwhile, something else was beginning to rise. Early human ancestors were learning, experimenting, and changing the world in small but important ways. They were not yet rulers of the planet, but their presence marked the beginning of a new chapter. Long before that chapter fully arrived, lions already held their place near the top of the prehistoric food chain. In the grasslands, in the shifting wilderness, in the age of giants, they were hunters feared by everything that lived. Even today, when we look into the eyes of a lion, we are seeing more than a modern animal. We are seeing the memory of an ancient world. A world of cold winds, massive herds, fierce competition, and survival without mercy. A million years ago, Earth did not reward weakness. It rewarded awareness, endurance, and unity. And in that savage age, lions rose, not by chance, but by becoming exactly what that world demanded. This was not simply the story of a predator. This was the story of adaptation, struggle, and power. This was the era when the wild chose its kings, and lions answered the call.